Well, the cross-examination of a lead investigator in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, Brigadier Bongani Gininda, continued in the Pretoria High Court today. This after it was paused for the state to provide car tracker records of some of the vehicles used during the investigation. 5 men are on trial for the 2014 murder of the soccer star. Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi has been following the story, and he filed this report.
All eyes are back on the lead investigator in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, Brigadier Bongani Gininda. His cross-examination continued as the state came back on Monday with a report on the car tracker records requested by the defense.
In this affidavit, my lord, the official states that these vehicles were allocated to the SWAT team during the period 2020. And he states that there is no AVL data available for the period of 2020. This period covers the following months, my lord: May, June, and July 2020. He says there's no AVL data for these 4 vehicles and other vehicles that are owned by Ekurhuleni Metro Council.
These relate to the time when the confession statements were taken. The defense wants the officers who penned the affidavits to come to court.
If the state was able to get the AVL on the Toyota Fortuner, summarily they are unable to get the AVL records on these vehicles that you're requesting here. When a member of the investigating team specifically indicated that all vehicles are fitted with AVLs, it's very surprising, my lord. It's not only surprising, but it confirms our view that we had all along, that we could not have actually expected our persecutors to become our redeemers and saviors at the same time. And this is exactly what is happening here. And I pray that it does not really come to that. There's no investigation, proper investigation that was done here. I am still requesting that the people who penned this affidavit should either come to court here and give their explanation, be cross-examined, or be assisted on how to conduct this investigation, rather than to simply accept on the face of it what they are saying here. But in the main, my lord, this is central to the fair trial as it relates to accused number 1.
Gininda's cross-examination continued with questions about what he presented to the Director of Public Prosecutions, among others.
Because we have the statement of Kwabeni prior to Zongo, prior to the memorandum being presented to the DPP, which talks to what happened at the hostel, what accused number 1 said before even the reporting of the deceased in this matter on the media. So it's twofolded. If the assertion is that in this court, the only witness that came to testify is Constable Zongo, I agree. But if the assertion is that he is the only one that talks to the planning, then that is incorrect, man.
So your presentation to the DPP's office in relation to what happened at the hostel, the planning prior and thereafter, you are saying that in relation to what was contained in the statement of Kwabeni.
Yes, my lord, it is inclusive of Kwabeni. Kwabeni is not the only one who implicates accused 1 up to 5. You also have, and I'm saying from the top of my head now, and one can go to the docket because then I can be specific, but there is a statement of Simphiwe Buthelezi, for example, who implicates accused 3 and 4 in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. And then you have the statement of Makosonke.
Sorry, Brigadier. My question is very specific. At the hostel on 26 October 2014.
Yes.
I'm not talking at random.
No, and my answer is not at random, my lord. It's specific. The implication of accused 3 and 4 by Simphiwe Buthelezi relates to the day of the incident, the 26th. And Makosonke relates to the events that took place on the 26th of October 2014. So that's why I'm saying from the top of my head, I can think of these 3 statements. There could be more as we're investigating, but that's what I heard when I presented the case to the DPP. Constable Zongo came later. What I heard insofar as Zongo is concerned this is now Constable Zongo, was his father's statement. And I indicated earlier in my evidence, my lord, that it is when his name was coming up during this investigation, even in the statement of Zongo, Sifiso Zongo Kwabeni, that Constable Zongo was present on the 26th. That when I followed that up, then it resulted in the statement that he gave to us now in 2023, my lord.
Cross-examination continues on Tuesday, with Gininda continuing to face questions about accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya's confession statement. The state believes Sibiya kept a watch when his co-accused executed what it says was a hit on the soccer star's life. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the High Court in Pretoria.